K-bands, yes, this is a subgenre of K-pop I don't talk about too often, especially nowadays, because there's not too much rapping into it. And though it's one thing I do like about K-bands is they tend to not force rapping as much as K-pop does. However, because of this, I don't talk about bands too often. But that's changing today, because we're going to talk about who I believe is arguably the best rapper in a K-band. Of all the K-bands we know, all of the groups that play their own instruments and also rap, this guy might be the best. Now, shout out, honorable mention to Sunghyub of Sunghyub. I hopefully I pronounced his name right. Of and Flying, because he is quite good as well. He's up there as well. But yeah, Kia is who this is, and we're gonna talk about Kia today, and probably one of his best raps in Crazy and Crazy. I can't pronounce, but we're going to talk about the flow and why this is actually such a good rap, even though the flow is pretty simple when you compare it to other flows that I've broken down, especially in the past 6 months. Let's dive into this. So here is the flow of Kia in Crazy and Crazy. This is a one-us song, by the way, with Lido and Raven, if you are curious to go listen to it. I'll have the link in the pinned comment for that, as well as this flow lined up with Kia's part, because I cannot play it or else I'll get copyrighted and probably restricted in some area to play this, but this is on my second channel if you want to hear this actually lined up with the rap. So when you first look at this, if you know what you're looking at, this is pretty simple. The only part you might have to do a double take on is this like 8th and 9th measure with the kind of awkward cadence or accent set up over top of, like, you know, this like offbeat 16th run, right? This small 16th run right there. It's pretty simple. But why is it so good? That is the question that we have today. Hello, I'm back. Overall, what this is it's just triplets. Just basic, you know, trap rap. This little spicy 16th flow right here. It's again pretty simple, but very spicy, especially when you come after a bunch of slower triplets. And then the rest of it's basically mixing triplets and eighth notes. So, as I just asked before, what is so good about this? Well, the flow itself is not. If I sat here and rapped this, I would have just, it's good, but it's not like, it's better than just doing eighth notes the whole time, right? But it's not anything extremely impressive. What makes this impressive is Kia himself. If you go and listen to this, I will play this for you right now, but this bar right here, 5 and 6. You ready for this? I don't know if you are, but let's see what makes this actually so good. Huh? Bruh, okay. I know most of my followers right now and subscribers are stays. That's very reminiscent of what Changbin's been doing the past year or two, ever since Mirror Mirror, with all those voice inflections, especially like Heyday, all those voice inflections on that delivery. Well, this is from Kia, and you know, Kia did this a few years ago at this point. Bro, it's the voice inflections. It's the delivery that makes this. That is the crazy part in this flow that I'm talking about right here, because by itself, again, it's very simple, but his voice inflection, and if you know melody and can, like, you know, give me a lesson as well, because I don't know melody or notes at all. If this is like he's hitting specific notes and doing anything cool in the melody, because I can't really break that down for you guys, but those voice inflections are what spice up the flow and make it so you're not just listening to the entire time, but he puts those voice inflections in because that arguably changes the flow. You can just, you know, say that is a completely different flow at the end of the day, because that delivery is almost like using a different instrument. So let me show you what I mean. It's almost like this. Right? Doesn't that sound so much cooler than just the this up here? But when he adds the voice inflections in, oh my god, that's so spicy then. It like adds so much to it, because he's basically hitting 6 different drums. And that's what I would equate it to with those voice inflections, because even doing those voice inflections right here, and I'll replay it for you again really quick, right? It's almost like he's doing like it feels like it's going up and down with like the notes. So it's almost like he's doing like on drums, going to each of the different toms and hitting a different tom, which adds a different dimension than just doing it on snare drum. And I mean, you can make an argument for this when other rappers do these actual voice inflections, not just changing the delivery slightly, but doing the voice inflections. It almost completely changes the flow. And that's the best part about this. That's what makes it so awesome, because when you write it out, it is simple. But when you add these voice inflections in, it makes it so much more spicy. And maybe I should try to notate it with like these different drums, but it wouldn't like be, I mean, like I could, but there would be no like rhyme or reason to what drum goes with what note for me, because I'm not a melodically inclined person at all. I'm rhythmically inclined, not melodically inclined. CyA took a simple rap and made it complex. A simple flow, and still using delivery made that flow sound more complex than it is. That deserves it a spot in one of the 100 best raps of K-pop for me. Like, because a lot of times rappers will completely sacrifice flow for cool deliveries, and a lot of times rappers will completely sacrifice their delivery for cool flows and rhymes. And you get this uneven balance that CyA kind of just mashes together for me, and that's where this shines for me. My entire point is, sometimes you can have a simple flow and make it sound more complex than it is. And that doesn't mean that it's like bad or anything, because this is a really good flow. What I just showed you is a really good rap, but it didn't use these super complex flows I've been talking about from like Soyeon and Hanse. It used very simple, just triplets and eighth notes with a few 16ths in there. And CyA made it work. And, you know, that's what I wanted to point out here. So thank you all for watching. If you've made it this far, I really do appreciate it. CyA or Swiss from our Patreon actually special requested this video for this month. So shout out to Swiss. This video is for you and your CyA bias, your unhealthy CyA bias. I hope you enjoyed this little breakdown of it and why this is actually such a cool rap, and looking at the flow and everything. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. And with that being said, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. K-pop chill, the safe way, everyone.